not much choice and things like that. You have to actually bite the bullet. You have to actually move on. So then it was so tough until that those property that we actually built, we have to sell really on cost. If not, we have to actually make some losses.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome back to Talent Talk podcast where learning never ends. Today I will be your host and I am with a very important person, and I consider myself and ourselves lucky to have him today. But before that, please subscribe in our channel and share this channel to your circle so that you won't be miss any updates from us. So I would like to introduce you our very important person today. Because our topic is regarding from dream to reality actually, okay? Before it becomes reality, we need to have a dream. So someone is very important to share with us the journey is, let me welcome Dato Chin Yoke Kan from Tunas Manja Group Berhad. How are you, Dato?
Good morning, Puan Fazlin. Thank you so much, and I'm humbled by your kind introduction just now.
I see.
Yeah.
Actually, we are very lucky as what I said, that knowing you're a very busy businessman, and we managed to catch you before you rushed for another meeting.
Yes.
So how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm seeing that everybody here is actually very energetic.
I see.
Fine morning.
Right. Okay, actually, Dato, for your information, this platform, or we call it Talent Talk platform, is actually for us to discuss or share some topics that related to a lifelong journey actually. Lifelong learning and also journey. So I think today's topic is about from dream to reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You know why we pick you today?
Oh.
Because of your successful journey.
Oh, thank you.
We consider it as I think everyone will agree with me, it's a successful journey. So we would like to have some sharing from you. But maybe we can start with your background first. Can you share with us?
Yeah. Sure. Fun. I'm actually came from a very small town in Bentong, Karak. That was actually until to the age of 15, and I was actually the whole family actually shifted to Kuantan. So earlier we have a household of servant. So the father is actually a contract administrative clerk with an local council, and was terminated because of the contract expiring. So there isn't much opportunity in a small town like Karak. So parents decided to actually to move to Kuantan, which a bigger town and things like that. And the father was actually manning a sundry shop for somebody. So life was actually quite. My mother was a housewife, a full-time housewife. We have 5 siblings altogether. Yeah, I'm the eldest. So life was actually quite tough then.
Right.
I think a household of about 400 ringgit per month and things like that. It was actually tough and things like that. So moving to Kuantan and things like that, that was the first thing that the parents was thinking, that perhaps a bigger town itself, the opportunity is smaller. But then again, during the 70s and things like that, it's actually, there isn't much kind of employment or business opportunity and things like that.
So, but today, Dato, you agree with your parents saying that Kuantan is a potential city for you to grow, is it?
Yeah, it's always better.
Okay.
It's always better. Where a lot of opportunities here today, especially now that we see that.
Because you provide it.
Oh, thank you. I mean, the whole Kuantan society and things like that also contributed quite a bit. Things like that. Today we have UMPSA and so on and things like that. this kind of things is actually is helping the social economy, the economy, and so on and things like that.
Yeah.
So UMPS also doing very good lah.
Thank you for your sharing just now. But you're saying that the 7 of you is quite tough, right? So when is actually the dream started? If I may ask you.
It was during my when I ended school and things like that. I just completed my MCE that time. MCE is actually equivalent to SPM today.
Right.
That was 1980s, things like that, 1980s. I was thinking of actually wanted to further study and things like that. But again, with the modest salary and things like that itself, couldn't actually able to achieve my dream then. So I was thinking that perhaps...
First thing first, what is the dream?
The dream of actually then was actually wanted to go to continue my study.
Right. Okay.
But also then itself during the late 1970s and early 80s itself, there isn't much university that time, local university and so on for you to actually to enroll in and things like that. So those who are actually able, there was only about few only,
you
handful
love
of
to
four.
learn, right?
Yeah.
What I can say is you love to learn. The first thing is your dream is to further your study first before everything.
Yeah. So there was a time that I was thinking that the family also a bit quite challenging in terms of because it's tough and things like that. So I forgo that dream lah. Things like that. And I was thinking that have to actually to how to actually to bring better opportunities for the other sibling to actually to continue the studies at least.
They must be very thankful to have a very good father like you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, again, I believe that when you want to start your dream, there must be challenges, right?
Oh yes.
So, anything that you think that a remarkable challenges that you won't forget, things that makes you what you are today, if you may share to us. That could be our guide as well. I believe that I myself believe that there's no such easy things come.
True.
You must go
Very
through
true.
some phase, then only you are at what you are now. So what are the challenges, if you may share?
Then talking about establishing this, we started our own business in the year 1986. The first we call it as Tunas Manja. Then it was in Jalan Bukit Ubi, year 1986.
That's a retail store.
Yes, a retail store. We picked some knowledge and things like that during my school holidays and things like that. We are also helping my father that is actually manning a sundry store and things like that. So that actually also brings some experience and exposure and so on the industry. After my school and things like that, then helping the father at the sundry store was very helpful. That is the basic foundation for me to actually to move to another stage. We believe that retailing is actually a recession-proof business. We always use this term as other people's money.
All right.
So,
when you say recession, sorry, Dato. When you say, some terms that really catchy just now is recession-proof business, right? So you managed to face the challenge of COVID-19, right?
Oh yes, yes.
Business as usual. It's just in the term of that maybe the strategy itself, but it can be run as usual.
Yes.
So what you
correct.
One of the example that we can see.
True.
Right.
COVID was one good example. Then itself, a lot of other businesses is actually quite suffering and things like that. But retail is one thing that I must say that is actually mushrooming then. You can see a lot of online retail, grocery store. And then you have seen a lot of these grocer suddenly mushrooming and so on and things like that.
True.
So that already proved that actually in whatever circumstances, people still need to actually to buy their daily necessity, food and so on and things like that.
Right.
So we are happy to be in this business.
So to say that is the first thing first, what Tunas Manja venture into is retail. Then any other business that until now you can share some of it?
other businesses.
Yeah, other businesses.
Yeah, we also we went into this after our this supermarket in the year established 1986. That's the first one, and subsequently we also expanding quite a bit. And on the year 1984, we have started our own property development and a construction company. So it was good during the 1990s. I will say that there is Asian recession that time, financial crisis. So that also actually is also a hiccup for us then, because I think banks and things that has been actually also that time is quite tough. Increasing all those interest rate quite substantially and things like that. That was also tough and things like that. But we managed to actually overcome that.
Let's come to my next question actually. You have shared your challenges, and you say that you overcome it. But it's quite general. If you can elaborate more or share more on. I believe that the toughest or the tough situation that you say it, we can't really imagine on how you feel it on that time. Right? We can't. I mean, when you talk to me, you share to me, oh, okay, you had a tough time. But if you really can share with us, what actually makes you, maybe you have to come back, I mean, motivate you to like a wake up call for you, and you won't stop even though there are challenges. So what makes you, keep going in this kind of business?
I mean, in business itself, you will have to actually continue in whatever circumstances and things like that. So the 1990s ASEAN crisis, we are lucky we are actually managed to actually overcome, because then our investment was not that big and then so on. It was actually smooth saving, and then come the year about 2008 itself, there's another crisis again. Also again another economic recession and so on and things like that. So that was also quite challenging. Then we have bought quite a bit of investment. Of course, the retail itself is actually is still stable. But the property development itself, because over the years we have been accumulating quite a bit of land, we have started development, construction and so on and things like that. And we have committed to purchaser and so on and things like that. So you just simply can't stop then and things like that. And we have a lot of commitment with banks and so on and things like that.
So that is keep going, right?
Yeah, we have to just keep going and things like that. It was very tough.
Not so much choices you have.
No much choice. Correct. You are right. So not much choice and things like that. You have to actually bite the bullet. You have to actually move on. So then it was so tough until that those property that we actually built, we have to sell really on cost. If not, we have to actually make some losses in order to actually to keep the cash flow going, and also to service our these bank interest, expenditure, operation expenditure, and so on and things like that. So every time that we actually selling one, we know that the cash that is coming back itself is actually to service the bank. So every unit that you sell is actually also
not for yourself.
Not for ourselves.
Not yet.
So things like that. So all this itself is actually proof to say that it's actually quite tough then. But we have to actually move on. Things like that.
Okay.
But very painful.
But it's worth, right? Looking at where TMG today.
Oh yes. That's why we
just
have.
Imagine that you stop, right? There is no. I mean, I will not meet you today. So kind of this inspiration sharing just now, just that you face the challenges, you face the losses, and you also is at your success. If you wish something that you wish, if you know before you start business, you won't do this. Something that you think that, oh, if only I know this, I won't do this to start the business. Anything that you come into your mind like that. I mean, something that you think that, well, if I know this, I won't do this. Some action that makes you feel that before you start your business.
I would say that managing a company itself is actually very important. I mean, you have to manage the cash flow and things like that. Cash flow is one thing that is actually very important. So if we are able to actually to have a understanding on our cash flow position and things like that, that is something that I would say that you were able to actually overcome a lot of challenges already.
Right. So now I believe that you have a very strong team.
Oh yes, yes.
The retail itself, it's covered almost East Coast area.
Oh yeah.
And now I see some in Klang Valley. It started to,
that's correct.
There's a Gomba,
Seri Alam, Kajang, and things.
You know what I see when I see TMG outside of East Coast?
Yeah.
Hey, that's TMG. That's why I said, like, you know. So,
Paham Gurun.
And then, how actually you manage this? I mean, to have this strong team to be with you, you know, in the hustle, in the difficulties.
True.
Yeah. So how actually you maintain all this?
TMG again established, 30 over years ago and things like that. So over the years and then things like that, we have quite a lot of these lawyer staff with us. I'm our lawyer and employees and things like that. So over the years, we have been working together very closely. We have been actually understand each other requirements and so on. How we actually, to improve on a lot of other things. So that culture itself actually has actually inbuilt for a long time already. And with all these people actually with us since then until now itself, that actually makes our job so much easier. And now they are beginning to actually to pass knowledge to the other the latest generation and things like that actually coming in to join us and so on.
Right.
So we are actually making a good progress in the Klang Valley now, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Moving forward to some organization tips again. What is the most qualities that you think a leader must have? I see. A leader certainly, I guess, must be has the compassion, kindness, honest, and able to actually to drive a team to meet the common objective and goals of the company. This is actually some of the key things that a leader needs. Things like that. Managing current generation is challenging, right?
Oh yes. Oh, my generation is actually quite challenging. I'm a baby boomer and things like that. We have to deal with baby boomer. We have to deal with generation XYZ. Now Alpha again and things like that. Oh, this is actually going through all this era, this pace itself is actually, it's actually challenging. But again, we have to embrace all the changes accordingly.
Adapt to the changes,
to adapt.
Right?
Correct.
So
things like
that's
that.
What makes us and what you are today.
Continue to do fine things like that.
What is the toughest decision you made for your company?
I would say that it's actually every time is actually tough, but then again doesn't actually having that challenges much and then things like that, because every time if there is any surprises or any problems or whatsoever, we will try to actually address this as quick as possible. So I think to a certain extent, a challenging that actually bringing us a lot of pain itself, I would say that we have actually minimized and addressed already.
There's a lot of people out there looking forward to be entrepreneur, business people.
Yeah, correct.
So what would you advise?
Entrepreneurship is actually quite interesting, very exciting, but can be also, to a certain extent, can be painful. So painful in the sense that you have to really put in a lot of effort. You got to be hands-on all the time, engaging and so on with all the stakeholders, staff, our business partners, and so on, and things like that. You have to sacrifice times and things like that. These are some of the things that they will have to actually be prepared. And most important is to be prepared and always be prepared for the unexpected.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we almost towards the end of
Yeah,
the section. Just before we end, how would you relate the success of being an entrepreneur and the importance of education?
Again, because today is especially today, situation and then things like that. Education is actually something that you need to embrace. Earlier, we've been talking about lifelong learning and things like that. You cannot deny that you need to continue to learn. In business itself, though you have the experience and then things like that, but then again, there is still a lot of things in education or whatsoever that you also got to embrace. So in order to actually to bring us to another level, not only on the experience but the lifelong learning from institution like UMSA and things like that, where they have a lot of research. Research is actually something very, very important. I guess where the private sector itself is actually still very much lacking. So institution like you all and things like that, which is actually having this kind of facilities, and if you were to actually learn from institution like that, I think that also will bring a lot of progress to ourselves, things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good advice.
Thank
I guess we have a very good time with you, Dato.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully we can meet you again.
Yeah, sure.
You know, give us so much inspiration for us to keep going, especially it's very tough time now.
Yeah.
So thank you very much everyone for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you again in podcast Talent Talk. Thank you.
Thank you.